So creepy every time. Okay, happy Monday, guys. I feel like I haven't seen so many y'all's faces in a while. Like we got a lot of people whose faces are on the camera. Um, okay, so tonight, as you guys know, we're doing like the Back to Basics summer series. And tonight, our queen of existing customer orders, Gina Smith, and I know if you're in the chat, you know that around this time every month, end of month, she pops in with approximately 39 booms from her existing customers. So I asked her if she would do a Zoom and just kind of talk about how she brings in those end of month orders. She's really, really good at taking care of her customers. She has great customer retention. So I'm going to turn it over to her, and I have my pen ready and my notebook ready to take notes. And I suggest that you guys do the same.
All right, well, welcome everyone. And we are going to talk a little bit about volume boosting, because at the end of the day, you want as much volume as you can get so you can have the highest paycheck. And so there's a couple of things that I want to share with you. First of all, a customer, if you have in your mindset that your customer is only going to be with you for 3 months and then they're gone, you need to change the mindset. That is not true at all. I have customers that I've had with me since for years and years and years. They buy stuff every month. I have numerous customers who get 2 and 3 auto ships because they're like, oh, I get paid on this day and I get paid on this day. And so I'm like, oh, well, you can have 2 products on this day and then you can have 2 products on this day. So they have numerous auto ships. And then I would say I don't know what the percentage is. It's a large percentage. I can't speak. You don't have to speak to know how to do this. But anyway, a large percentage of my regular normal customers who get auto ships every single month will just do something else just because I ask them. And so first of all, if you're not using the Connect app, you need to use that. Before we had the Connect app, I had the old school something app that would before I even have that, I would just text message everybody. And so it would take me hours to text message all of my customers, but it was important to me to maintain those relationships. Now, then we went to this weird app thing and it would took like 2-3 hours. I was like, hey, look at me. And now we have the Connect app where it's super personal, which I love. And it's kind of sneaky because they really think it's super personal. And I'm really just sending one message to everybody. And you really don't have to think after that first message is sent. But there's a couple of things that I want you to be thinking about when you're sending these messages. Number one, you're their best friend. You may just met them at an expo. You may have met them online. You may have met them at passing a friend or a host a post, and they really don't know you at all. But when you send them a message, it needs to be like you're sending it to your best friend. So it'll be like, hey, Stormy, I just wanted to check in with you and see how you were doing. I'm so excited that you're using these products. And right now, my favorite product is the wraps. I have fallen in love with these because they're brand new again. And I'm just checking in to see if you're okay. And then they'll go, what do you mean the wraps are new? Like, and I always go, Gina. I don't go, this is Gina from It Works, blah, blah. I don't do that. I'm like, hey, this is my good friend. And then they will ask a question and then you answer the question and they're like, and I always like to say the next thing. And if somebody says, what did she say? I make this stuff up every time I say it. I don't have a script. I don't have boards that says ELC messages at the end of the month, because I want it to be different every single time. And I send messages like these every single end of month or about the last week of the month. And so I don't save anything. It's just whatever's popped into my head. So I send the message and then they'll ask me a question like, what do you mean? What kind of wraps are these? And then I tell them about the wrap information. I'm like, now you know you're my VIP customer. And so, if you want to try these for 1 month, it's only, so there's a couple of things that you need to do. I've claimed you. It's only $49 for you. You already get an amazing discount. You're my VIP customer. You get this amazing discount. So that's one thing that I do. Another thing that I do, and it's so important, is you need to, you don't even have to tell them anything. So for example, any holiday, it can be Father's Day, Mother's Day, Independence Day, which is coming up, 4th of July is coming up. Any holiday at all, you need to send every single customer hey, I hope you're having a really great weekend. Happy 4th of July. Every customer, because when they see your name, they don't think, oh, that's so sweet. I mean, they might think that, but they think, oh my gosh, I need to order those gummies. And I will send messages out that say, hey, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Happy 4th of July. And then about 10 people will send back and go, hey, I need some more hydrate. I need some more gummies. I'm out of greens. Da, 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 da. And then I'll say, oh, by the way, we have this called pick two, pick three thing, and you can get more. And they're like, okay, well, give me 2 bags. And so that's another way that I end up having a lot of extra BV every single month. So those are 2 ways. One is just sharing with every single customer, checking in and letting them know what your favorite product is. Now, your favorite product could be the same product every 3 months, or your favorite product can change every 3 months or every month. But you're going to tell people what your favorite product is, and they're going to ask more information because people want to join you. They want to do what you're doing. Another thing that I love to do is I will do like a little, especially if I'm going after a big promotion or I have a leg that is loose or whatever, it's not like secured up yet. I will just attack that leg, and I will send a sense of urgency, like I'm trying to help a friend, or hey, I'm having a contest, or I have if you get $50 or more, I'm going to send you a special gift from me. But it has to be a sense of urgency, and it needs to be a beginning and an end. And it needs to be like, if you sign up by tonight, you'll get if you sign up by tomorrow, you'll get blah. It needs to have an ending date. And they need to, again, because I have this great relationship with a lot of my customers, they're cool with doing whatever. And so that's one thing. Another thing is I will, especially if we have a new product, if we have a new product, then y'all ask. But here's what we don't realize. We have a new product, let's say skinny tea, and it's been out for us for a while, but our customers don't know it. They're not going to read their emails. They probably goes to spam anyway. And so don't think, oh, they've already been bombarded with It Works about this. No, they haven't. And I don't email them, I text them. And so I will text the customers and I will just say, hey, I just want to make sure you saw this because I really think you will love it. That's another thing. And so then they'll go, well, tell me more about it or whatever. And so getting extra BV is really the easiest thing you can do for your business, because all you have to do is ask. You just have to find creative ways to ask. And so it's not rocket science. I know y'all are like, oh my gosh, here she is again. Half the time there's so many ELCs that buy things. that I can't even put it all in. And there's going to be sometimes that it's like you're going, oh, I'm 1,000 BV away from so and so. That 1,000 BV is sitting with your current loyal customers. That is not that much BV when you already have customers that are sitting there. And I don't care if you're brand new or if you've been in forever like me. The BV is sitting there, but you need to ask. And here's the other thing. People want what you have. And if you take a little bit of time to see that they've bought the slimming gummies or maybe they have bought 2 products or whatever, but if they add 2 more products, they're going to have even better results. Maybe you see that they're about to go out of town, or you can say, hey, I know that summer is the time when everyone goes out of town. I'm so excited that we're not locked down right now. And one of the products that I want to make sure you have is our cleanse, because if you go anywhere, you're going to want to have the cleanse and probiotic. If you do it out of a part where you think about what time it is, I mean, summer, people are traveling. What do I want to have in my cupboard when I come home? I want to have a cleanse sitting here waiting for me. I want to take an entire bottle of fat fighters so I can eat anything I want and do fat fighters at every meal. And I want to make sure I take probiotic because I don't want to get sick because I'm eating all these really rich foods. And then of course I want to take wraps because I don't want to, I want to have those before I even go on vacation. And that's just me. And I know that I'm not any different than anybody else that's going on vacation. And so I think if you just take a minute and reach out to the customers that you already have and let them know, they may not even know that we have fat fighters or wraps or skinny tea or skincare products or, and so if you just share what your favorite thing is, that's one of the things that I recommend. I know I'm like all over the place, but I know y'all think I have like all this great aha moments, and really I just message people and I pretend like they're my very best friend and they think that they are. And so they just buy stuff from me. And so it's pretty easy as far as that goes. So y'all have any questions?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can unmute, you can put them in the chat, whatever you want, or if you have something you want to add, feel free to do that also.
The other thing is I think we get scared for asking. Don't get scared for asking. I mean, here's what I say all the time. They'll say no every time if you don't ask. You don't know what they're going to say. They could say, yes, I need all those things. A lot of times I'll go, hey, I saw that you're looking for a trip. Do you want me to get da 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 da? And they're like, yeah, I need all 5 of them. And so I'm like, okay, well, I just added 120 BV to my whatever, just for asking for a customer who just had an order placed 2 days ago. They don't care. So the answer is always no if you don't ask. So just ask. And here's the other thing. If they say no, not right now, you're going to live through it. You don't have to freak out. You're not going to hyperventilate, pass out. But one of my favorite things to do is just reach out. Holidays are it for me. I love holidays because people don't see, oh, Gina Smith, that's so sweet. They immediately go, oh, Gina Smith, I need fat fighters. That's what they see when they see my name. And so take advantage of holidays if nothing else. So what are your questions? It's not hard. And it's just one of those things when you take the time, and it usually takes people, y'all know, 2-3 days to get back to you. So don't wait to the very bitter end. I mean, I usually about the 21st, 22nd of the month is when I start sending out messages. So I don't even wait till the 25th when all the stuff is run, because people want stuff at any time. And then of course on the 4th, I will definitely send a message. And I like to send, and this is on top of just, all the other things that you do, but it really doesn't take that long to send. And I have I did want to tell you one other thing. I get a lot of volume from distributors who don't work customers. Okay. So when a distributor who is not working, and I'm saying not working like they don't have their auto ship on and they have not put a loyal customer in a month, that's somebody who is not working to me. And so to me, I'm helping that distributor, and which is making me a team player, and I'm helping their customers. And you will be in shock how many times I will go straight. If y'all don't know this, everybody's phone number is in the e-suite. So you can go and set up your own Connect app with these phone numbers. And so what I'll do is I will go in my e-suite, go to Tree Viewer, see where I'm because everyone has a leg or an area that needs more. And so I will go into it and I will start at the top, and every single customer, I don't care if they just placed an order, if they're still working on their 3 months, or they haven't bought anything in 2 years, I will message every single one of them, text message them. And I would say probably half of them want something. And then a lot of them, if they have been in or haven't ordered anything in a while, they don't know anything about pick 2 or pick 3. So then they order 2 and 3 products. And then I tell them about this great incentive that they can get free shipping if they put their auto ship back on. And here's the other thing. I ask people all the time what their passwords are. I'm like, I'm happy to do this for you. It's kind of my job. But I need to know what your password is. And they're like, oh, it's Bubbles 200. They don't care they do not care. But we're all like, oh, I would never give my password away. It's a freaking It Works account. It's not Fort Knox. I'm not stealing their money. So that's another thing I do. So anyone who is in my downline customer, I just kind of take over and see where I can add more volume. And yes, in my mind, I'm adding volume, but I'm also helping the distributor and helping that customer, because then Facebook finds, I've been texting this person, so Facebook's going to find them, I'm going to friend them, and then it just, how the algorithm is all magical. So it's just another way that you can add BV without getting new customers. New customers are amazing. I love new customers. But if you had half of your current distributors, that'd be great. If you had half of your current loyal customers purchase something for 12 months, what would your BV look like? And that's what my customers do. They buy stuff all the time, all year. And then they buy stuff on top of that because they love our products, and they may not want Fat Fighters every month and celery every month, but they may want it. And then of course I have a whole list of people that I do their orders for them to make it easy. So that's the other thing I want to tell y'all. I hope this helps. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, I always ask if they want me to do it for them, and sometimes I wish that they cared more that I had their password, because they're always like, yes, I would love that. And then once you do it once, you're always going to be doing it. So
yep.
Once you break the seal, they're never logging into their account
again, which is fine with me. It takes me 5 seconds. Boom, boom.
Does anybody have any questions or anything you want to add that you do that works well? I love that you said that it's all about being creative, how you ask, and making that's so true. Making them, or just changing up how you're asking. Another thing that I can't remember when we were doing this or who started it, but I know people used to send out like the product of the month or the week or whatever to their loyal customers, because again, you assume they're on your Facebook and their Instagram, so they know everything we have. Well, first of all, you're not talking about everything we have. Okay. Nobody is, because we all probably talk about the same 4 to 8 products, right? Like our faves on repeat. The other thing is, even if you were talking about it, there's such a small percentage of people that see your post every time you post because of the algorithm that there's no guarantee that they would see it. So I think that's a good idea too.
Yeah,
Something.
I just sent all of my customers a message, and it's because I did a video, which that's coming later, but I did this little video. And so I sent them a message and I said, I wanted to tell you a funny story. Like, I'm their best friend. I wanted to tell you a funny story. I just did this video and it talked about collagen, and my husband watched it and he goes, "Oh, I think I need some of that." And I thought, well, if he thinks he needs some of it, I bet everybody else does too. And so I had so many people that picked 2 collagens because they were like, "Oh, well, if Mike needs it, then I need it." That sounds good. Like, we're just best friends.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of them go, "Well, let me see your video." And I was like, "Sure." And so then they were like, "I want all of that." Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about the video then. Sorry, unless you had something else. Let's tell us about the video, Gina Smith.
Okay. So I have these videos that we recently did as a team, and everybody kind of just picked a couple of products that they loved and they kind of ran with it. Some people showed faces. I did not show faces on mine. It just is, the videos have to be like 2.5 minutes or shorter, because if they're like me, they're not going to watch a video that's longer than that. And I just put it on downloaded on YouTube. I'm getting everything ready because we're about to have a huge party, so that will come later. But I think that we think that they see everything and they don't. And we may have 3,000 friends on our Facebook page, but only maybe 100, which is like 0.33. I mean, it's like a teeny little zero pointage of people who see things. And so made these videos, and it was simple, easy. And I'll throw one on the Live Life Legendary page so you can see what I'm talking about. But it was not fancy at all. And it was very informative. And so it kind of just went with like a couple of my favorite products. And then I made another video with my favorite products. Then I made another video with my favorite products. I made 4 or 5 videos, and it didn't take me but just a few minutes to do the whole thing. So it was, again, just any way you can get in front of a loyal customer is what you want to do. Any way you can get in front of them. So that's the whole key, is just making sure that you get in front of them through any way imaginable.
Well, I can't wait to see your video. Also, you guys, Elena just dropped some messages that you can send to inactive distributors. If to get to place the orders, like what Gina was talking about. So if you need these, go ahead and copy and like paste, send them to yourself, email them to yourself, whatever. Somebody can put them in the chat, whatever, but that's a really good message. The other thing too, y'all, is if you are not talking about skinny wraps right now, you are crazy. Okay. I'm about to go put one on myself actually, and I'm going to make sure that I'm talking about it in my story. But y'all, it is the season where we have to wear a bathing suit. I mean, 9 times, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else you're going to swim in, right? Like a scuba suit or something. But you would not believe how many trips I've made to the flipping post office here lately, because my friends text me and they're like, "Oh my God, we're going to the lake. Oh my God, Gigi or one of my friends calls it's Granny and Pop Pop camp. Okay, they go to the lake for a week. Granny and Pop Pop camp is coming up. I need wraps. How many do you have? I'll take them all. Okay, we're going to the lake. I'm going here. Like, I mean, literally, and they don't have time to get them there. So they're like either local to me or my mom has dropped off wraps to people in Abilene. So again, if you're not talking about those and reminding people, because y'all, the bottom line is everybody wants to feel confident in their swimsuit. And like somebody the other day was like, well, how quick are these gummies going to work? And I'm like, you're going to be taking them for maybe 3 days before you leave for your trip. You're not going to see the results you want. But here is what something is could help you see results that you want, like what you're looking for. I'm like 3 days of gummies, you're not going to lose, you're not going to wake up 6 pounds lighter. But let's talk about tightening and toning the areas that you're stressing about. So, again, and the wraps are new, like Gina was saying, and they are bomb if you haven't tried them. So if nothing else, get you some wraps with your product rewards and sell those babies for full price. Make you some product cash. Anybody have any questions? Gina, do you have anything else you want to add?
The last thing I want to add is like figure out something that you want to do in July and ask people to join you. I did a post that said, I heard these all my friends and everybody knows that I'm a huge skeptic. And so I was like, I heard through the grapevine that these new wraps will give you a tummy tuck after 9. I'm going to try it. Who's with me? And I had so many current and new loyals just by that, because they were like, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. And so that was something. So people want to join you. So, and you can't just say it once. I mean, it has to be like I would say start now, because the work we do today is going to also be there in July. So I would start now. I would figure out something that and it could be anything. It can be, cleanse. It can be, I mean, anything you're interested in. And if you're a skeptic like me, you could be like, I heard that this just celery is really good for your digestive system. I'm going to try it for 3 months and find out, or whatever. And who's with me? And people want to join. So that's always a good way to get, and you can even send that as a text message. Hey, I heard that these new wraps, in fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm doing that. And so again, if they say, I just bought wraps, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. The great thing about using the Connect app is you can see like what you sent them before. But I promise you, just keep sending messages. You may think, I've sent this person 7 messages and they've never responded. And then the one time that you just keep sending messages and you keep sending messages. No one has ever told me, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you keep sending me these messages. Leave me alone. Never message me again. Either they just ignore me, or they one day will be like, oh, I need all the things because I just ran out. Or they remember to use them or whatever. So I would put it on your calendar somewhere to make sure that you send, a couple of messages 2 times a month to existing loyals. And my life is so crazy. I can't go, oh, I'm going to, because, they have it all planned out. Like you can send them this message and this, I can't do all that. I just send them one huge message that's from me. And so that I'm rambling, so I'll stop. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'm out.
Okay, so I wanted to tack on one thing to that. So I know you guys, y'all, we get like, okay, raise your hand or drop a 1, whatever you want to do. If you get like an email from Old Navy like every other day, or Target, or Gap, or anybody really, it could be anybody. And like, so the Old Navy ones will be like $12 leggings today, $10 denim, 50% off the whole store, and they might send me 3 to 4 of those a week. But if it's not what I'm looking for, I'm not going to their site. But then the next thing I know, it says $5 kid dresses. and Emerson can only wear dresses 1 to 2 times because she's a hot mess. Well, I'm going to buy her $5 dresses because that way when she comes home covered in red snow cone, I stress less about it. So the other thing too is maybe you were talking about wraps and then you were talking about fat fighters and they're like, I don't need leggings and I don't need $10 jeans. Oh, but sleepy tea, I need sleepy tea. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to switch it up and talking about maybe talking about, like product of the week or whatever. Because and it's just the same thing we talk about with distributors and loyal customers, like every 9 months people have a change. Well, what you say one time might not appeal to them. Just like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm good, Target. I don't need any laundry detergent today, but I'm like, oh, but I do need that rug. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't want to say that. Trinity, what's your question?
So I was gonna say a lot of the issues that I run into when I like when I'm talking to people, like how Gina said, I'm doing this when she's talking about the wraps, who wants to join me? Anything that I do along those lines, they are under the impression that it's something that's for free. So I have a hard time combating or finding the right way to address that without being like, hey, quit being a cheapskate. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean that in the most sincerest way possible, but that is a lot of the issue that I run into is they just automatically think that it's something that's for free. And I haven't found a way to address that is or proves to be beneficial.
Do you give a lot of stuff away for free?
No, I think I don't know if it has to do with how I word it or, but even like how you had said, who wants to join me, or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, well, I can't say that I just feel like, because that is the case. Like I get a lot of rebuttal about, oh, well, you should have said that it was going to be this much. You're giving the impression that, it's free. And that's not, like, I don't want to do that. I want to find a way to, work around it and make it. I mean, I can't make them think a certain way, but I've never given anything away for free. I don't know why, but they just assume it, I guess. Maybe it's how I word it.
I don't know, because my big thing is, I mean, if I'm going to invite you to the movie, and I don't know, I always think of stuff like, this is my business. Nothing is free. I don't know. I'm phoning a friend. No,
Yeah, I don't think I saw
you're the
Elena say get a new
counselor. What do you
network.
think? People are people.
I don't think it's the wording. I think it's like Monique. It's like their mindset, because like I've had run into that before, but then I've also run it like more often than not. People are like, okay, so what's the cost? Like, because again, like Gina said, like what do you get free in your life? Like I'm like, what do these people do that they get anything free, right? Like I'm like, huh? No.
Right. I feel like, yes, it is definitely their mindset. And I have been trying to work to delete and revamp my network.
Yeah, I wouldn't here's the thing though. I don't want you to not post something because you're afraid of what somebody else is going to say. Because I guarantee Pizza Hut doesn't say, oh, we can't have those commercials 7 times in a row because we're afraid for the backslash. No, they're not thinking that. They're just going to say, or like what Stormy was saying, oh, or Navy's going to go, oh, we can't give this email these many times because we're worried about what somebody else is going to say. You just need to post it anyway and just keep, because people are going to realize that this is a business and this is your business, especially when you pop in. Now, okay, I also need to stress that I post a lot about what this business has done for me and that I'm able to work from home. And so I sprinkle all of this stuff in. It's not just oh, you just post all about asking people to join you and doing things. I will tell a lot of people, like today I had a post about, hey, I love these slimming gummies, and if you don't have these, you're being ridiculous. And so a lot of people messaged me and about those. So don't not do something because you're worried about what somebody else is doing. Because the last time I checked, I am the one who has to pay my bills, not them. And so I have kind of thick skin for that. And maybe if you go, what would Gina do? She would say, who cares what you think? And do it anyway, then do it, because that's this is a business that's going to change your family, and it's going to change your outcome. It's going to change your finances, and that you're going to be able to live a debt-free life. And so you really can't worry about what one or two people, because one or two people are always going to say something. The one or two people that always say bad stuff to me were my family members. And so I just unfriended them on Facebook. So I don't have that problem anymore. But somebody's always going to say something. So it's fine. Just keep doing it.
One thing, just to piggyback off of what Gina just said in regards to somebody's always going to say something, just remember, if there's not, you can't please all the people all of the time. And if there's not one person that's saying something that's either like a no or a negative, then there's something that's not right. You're not pushing hard enough. That's how I feel about it. There's always going to be somebody that's going to say something. And if they say, well, you're giving the false impression. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I mean, I got to pay for it. I just wanted to know if you want my discount and we're going to do this together. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line to it, is you're paying for it. So basically state, I'm paying for this too, and I was trying to offer you my discount. And you can probably get even a bigger discount depending on, if it's more than one product that you're talking about. And go from there. But if everybody is like, yeah, if everybody is saying yeah, then you should be getting all the customers. And otherwise, you are going to get somebody. There's always somebody that's going to talk about some product. There's no company that you can hear everybody likes everything about Coca-Cola, or everybody likes everything about Old Navy. There's always going to be some people that's going to talk bad or negative about something, and that's when, like Gina said, bloop, bye, on to the next person, customer, whoever that you can actually help.
Love it. Thank you, lady.
And if you feel uncomfortable, Trinity, like what I always do is, if somebody thinks that is, I'm like, listen, I would love to give it to you for free, but then I have to pay for it. Like, that's the thing, is like, yes, I get the discount I can offer you, but I still have to pay for it. And I can't give away X amount of dollars to everybody, I wish I could though. Like, just kind of
Yeah.
put it that way.
Thank you.
All right. Does anybody else have anything else? Questions for Gina? Questions in general? Anything to add? No? Okay. Well, we have 3 days to wait. How many days are in June? I don't even know. Isn't that terrible? We have 2 days left. Sorry, 2 days. I was thinking it was thank you, Christine. It's like, I was thinking it was 31 month. I don't know why. But 2 days in the month. You guys, if y'all are working and y'all want to put in the chat that y'all have opened up Zooms, please do that. But yeah, you guys, if not, y'all have a good rest of your Monday night, and let's go in June strong. Run your declines if you haven't. I will post on the team page how to do that tomorrow morning, so that you know. All right. Bye, guys.